Okay, here we are. They were so fast in the harbor that I didn't even get to film. They moored the boat, and they have been fast all around the course. So congratulations, guys! Very well sailed. It has been a pleasure following you, Henrik, from shore.
It's been a tough game.
I guess so. Henrik, take this so we can hear what you say.
Okay.
Then I will try to ask you a few questions. Maybe I should come away because it's all black in my phone. Well, we saw some very nice video from when you rounded Kronborg.
Oh yeah, the battle at Kronborg.
Yeah,
intensive.
It was. It looked really intense and very beautiful too. It was. Well, from the outside, it was a good moment. How do you perceive it?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the entire team got a lot of energy out of that one. We were behind with half a nautical mile, and then we beat them at Kronborg just 50 meters before Kronborg. That gave a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So it was a good second start, and from there we didn't leave them. So that was a good part.
Yeah, you actually made quite a difference getting out of Øresund with quite a big lead. It seemed like from the outside, from the tracking. Was that how you felt? Or?
Well, the funny part was the tracking always told us that they were faster than us, but we made a distance. What actually happened in Falsterbro was that we positioned the boat right, so when the wind came back, we got a lot of wind compared with them. But when we reached Bornholm, it almost repeated in the reversed order because we hit a hole of no wind, and they came from behind with a lot of speed. But at least they got the same hole as we got. So from there, we kind of kept them on the same distance. So that was the good thing.
It kind of decreased from 12 to 1.2 or something. Was it something like that?
Yeah. That was but again, I could see that they moved into the same bad wind as we had. So they had to go through it in the painful way. Yeah. So that was good for that.
And then again, from the outside, it looked like a struggle to get from Bornholm and back to Denmark, so to speak, back to the mainland.
Yeah, we had a couple of incidences on that way.
Yeah, tell about them.
Suddenly we found that we had about 600 liters of water in the boat, and we found that it came out of the wash in the toilet room and the toilet. So we had to take it out while we were racing, and when that was final, we were hit by a thunderstorm, and when that was final, we were hit by new construction of windmills over there that we had to pass in a disastrous way, but we managed. So within 1 hour, we had a lot of different things happening, but the team managed it perfectly, and we got through it.
Did you get the escort as well? Some of the single-handers were escorted out to get...
We got an information mark that we should leave, so that was right. So, but we were not aware of that. But when we got to, later when we got to Femern, we were aware that they were constructing the new bridge there, so we took that in a proactive way and told them what we were doing.
Okay. If you should state some highlights from the race, what would that be? Or maybe there's more to add coming into Lillebælt. We haven't heard about that.
The Lillebælt was a funny part because it was windy and it was shifty. But when we came to the old bridge, we set the spinnaker and we managed to take the spinnaker throughout Lillebælt. That gave us momentum against the currents, so we managed to go just past the street on the spinnaker, and that gave us a lot of momentum to go through there, and I think that extended the lead further. And then from there on, it was just a walk in the park.
It looked like tactically it would be hard to do anything if you.
But again, you never know. You never know because it's not over until the fat lady sings.
That's true.
So we had the battle.
Yeah. Well, decisive moments. You talked about some minor disasters and stuff.
The funny part was the start. Despite the fact that it was 680 nautical miles, the start was very intense, and I could say that we won the start. And that's always not. Start is almost final. it's not. But that was a good momentum.
Yeah.
And then from there on, there was a lot of waves in Kattegat. And when we got to Skagen, there was a lot of wind as well. And then when on the way down to Helsingborg and Helsingør, there was very difficult conditions because on the one side there was wind, but that was where the traffic area was, and the other side there was not as much wind. And we tried to be the nice guys and stay out of the traffic area, which, you know, it's not in the program, so we shouldn't have done. We should have done what everybody else was doing, just go for it. And that meant that they caught us there. But then we got our revenge at Kronborg.
Okay.
In the Battle of Kronborg,
Yeah.
as we called it.
Yeah. I don't know if you had time for it, but I wrote you a text message if you know how long you actually sailed. There's a theoretical distance on this race, and then I mean you must have done a lot of beating.
We sailed for 101 hours, give and take.
Yeah.
A little over 4 days. So it was shorter than we were planning for because we have some food down here, so we can start our own food shop here. We can also give it as a food aid to someone. So we got a lot of additional food on store here. One problem we had just following the incident in the North Sea, Østersøen, was that we used the toilet in the front as the drying area for coats and life jackets when people were sleeping. And somehow one of the coats managed to turn on the water. So within a half an hour, we had no more fresh water in the boat. So we have been, since there, we have been drinking juice and cacao milk and Coca-Cola Lights and so on, because the water was disappeared. So,
coffee is not the same based on juice.
Well, we have some coffee drinkers and coffee lovers, so definitely, yeah, there was problems, but we managed to save some water.
Yeah. Okay. So could you pick out one good thing and one less good thing about the race?
The good thing is that we learned each other to know even better than we had before. Remember that some of us guys have been sailing together for 20 years, some have been sailing with us for 6 years, but this exercise, as I would call it, has really shown the weakness and the strength of our relationship, and it gives a lot of learnings for everybody. The struggle is, will we do this every year? It's a tough game because you have to pull out 1 week of vacation, a lot of planning, and a lot of execution. And now, when we're finished here, we have to transport the boat home to Copenhagen as well. So there's a lot of transportation and a lot of logistics involved in this. But we will be back someday. I don't know when, to improve further.
Okay.
I think the time we made here is pretty damn hard to improve because we had good wind, especially when, you know, the whole way from Aarhus to Skagen to Bornholm was one line, and then the trip from Bornholm to Langeland was one line as well, without any additional. And from there was some tacking to be done until Lillebælt. That's pretty damn hard to beat that time.
But you went. It was still upwind going from Bornholm, or what? Or did you have ease on the sheets even?
So from Bornholm to Gedser, we had it in one line, no tacking.
But it was.
It was hard. It was going very tight to the wind.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
But it was not. There was not added any mileage on that.
Okay. All right.
So
it can be hard to follow on the tracker actually if you do tack. But okay. Nice. I think I had one. As you kind of mentioned it yourself that this is a race much longer than you're normally used to. This is like 5 or 6 times Fyn Rundt, for instance.
A couple of us has been passing the Atlantic, so this is 1/3 of that.
All right.
We used the plan from there.
Yeah, right.
But again, yes, for most of the crew, it was the first time ever so long time away from the seashore. So there was a lot of learnings on that one as well. And you can see they are grasping the poles on the land to make sure that they are tight and standing.
Yeah.
We have sea legs for all of us.
Do you get into a certain mode after a day or two, or how is it?
On the way here, I had to ask the team what day it is. And it's Thursday, isn't it? Nah, it's Wednesday, but you lose track of time, you lose track of days, because we had a hard schedule with shift every 3 hours. So everybody did a lot of things, shifting and so forth. So you simply lose track of time.
Okay, Henrik, I think that was it. Unless you have something more to add? No?
You know, we have to evaluate and see if we can do it better next time.
Okay, yeah. You can always do it better.
Well, I can try.
But we see you still here, so there's been no mutinies.
They tried several ways of doing that, but that would be in the virtual way.
Sinking
And
the boat.
there are videos that would not leave this boat, and that was one of them. No, I think everybody felt good about the race as well. So,
Okay. What about nature experiences? The nights, was there anything apart from the rain that was?
we only had rain for 20 minutes, so I can't complain on that one. You did pretty good on planning for rain or saying no rain. We saw Luffe at Christiansø, so we now have a picture to show the kids that Luffe is waiting for the Santa Claus to come and pick him up.
What is Luffe?
It's the pet of the Christmas, Father Christmas. So.
All right.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
No? Okay. This is the latest story. That's where Luffe rests in the summer.
All right.
He's the pet of Santa Claus.
Okay, we got to put that into the match shot.
Yeah.
We have Navionics as sponsors. Maybe they can put it in the charts next
Well,
year.
we have a picture for them. They can put there as well.
Oh, really? We want it. We want to show that. Okay, Henrik, thanks for now. I'm going to leave you. And we did have some bottles with. I don't know, where did the crew go?
Someone drank it.
Okay, shut it down for now.
Yeah.